Hello everyone. Today I'll be showing you my fifth 3D abstract wallpaper or 3D abstract background. Let's learn how we can make that and how creatively it can be presented. So the abstract background, 3D abstract background I will be creating in Blender 3.0. I am always very fond of using simplified manners or simple techniques to create my 3D artworks, and also the process of 3D modeling. I like to use some simplified or uh, understood process which doesn't irritate me while working or doesn't confuse me while working. So here's it. Let's start. So first of all, as by always, I reset my UI for my work. So that is, I have opened a new scene, and in that I don't want these three default objects, so I will select. First of all, I'll switch on my shortcuts so you guys can follow. Press A to select all, press X to delete. Now I'll prepare the rendering, cycles, GPU compute, denoise 100 and 100, then simplify performance. I'll keep it 256, and color management look very high contrast. I like to be much little more contrast in it, so little more setup. mm, so this area will be the non-disturbed face time area, so we'll be working on this area and this area. So let's start. Yeah, I will use here shader editor. Now this is my viewport right now, and soon I will be doing some work. So first thing, I need to create a photo frame, but the just only frame of it. We will create a photo frame where it has a frame of a little brass and black uh, texture, uh, and a little bit of little carvings or something. So we'll create that object as a wallpaper. We'll use that object as a wallpaper or a background. How creative we can go, we'll try. So first of all, I will create a design for a carving. So go to top view and shift A to create a plane, and go to edit, wireframe. Now let's have one thing. Click, control R to create a loop cut. Select these two vertices of left side of the plane. Press X to delete vertex. We'll work on this half side, so let's add a modifier in it, mirror modifier, so we can understand what's going on. What I need a such carving little. So let's have a cut tool from here, that is knife tool. Click, that's it. And I will delete this two segments, two faces. Delete. Here I got this. Now I have to refine these tools, so little this way, and also this way. Let's have this here. Now what, I'll create a connect a vertex here, and I'll shift it to this part wherever I have this vertex. So let's snap and arrange it properly. So GX, and here this is correct. Let's go a little lower. Yes. So we'll first connect this knife tool, connect, done. So I made a mistake, I made two vertices differently, so merge center to set it out. Now I'll connect these, done. I'll also connect this way, so I guess I'll create a follow vertex this way. I have to figure out I need one more vertex here or not, but while connecting, so here these two vertex will go this way. So let's travel, correct, then again here. Then I guess we need a cut here, and let's connect these That means we need one more cut here and here. So like, let's take these two vertices, Control Shift B, and create a chamfer. Let's have this here. Center, and let's try to settle it. We need one more, or these two are good enough, but here we need four side, so let's connect one here. Okay, so snap this way. Here also connect this way. These are the good vertices, so it's okay. This looks fine. I need little more divisions, so let's arrange it. So let's refine this. So now Control B with 3 segments or something. Okay, I will scale it up to equally divide. Sorry, I made mistakes. Scale Y, then these two, scale Y. Okay, and let's scale these also. Yes, this is good. Now what? I need to apply this material, this mirror modifier to this. So here we have a point, little, but here we don't have. So what we can do, we can arrange these two vertex as a point, so it will carry a good curve if you need. Then apply. So wait, I can't see the apply button active. Why? Because I am in edit mode. So tab and go to object mode, click to apply. Now here it is, and now I need these all vertex to be relaxed. Okay, right click, relax. Yes, this is fine. Now this should be my ornamental object for my photo frame with some, no, it's okay, this is fine. So let's edit these, select all, go upward little here, let's zoom it and arrange it perfectly. Now this way, if you don't see the perfect pivot point at the position where you want, then you can arrange it this way. Select the vertex, like, see, I want my pivot point to be placed here exactly. So select the vertex, press Shift S, click to cursor to selected. Now the 3D cursor is placed here. Now jump back to object mode, then right click to the selected object, go to set origin and origin to 3D cursor. Your pivot point will be shifted or placed back to wherever the 3D cursor is, and the 3D cursor is already placed at your decided vertex position. Now Shift S and bring back your 3D cursor to world origin. Now this I want it to the 0 0 of the origin. So this is the way. Now what I have to do, I have to go to edit again, press A, press I to inset. Make sure this part is relaxed properly yet not getting correct. So get relaxed, and this way you will be having correct border look which is needed, which I will be showing you later on. Right now, so now let's go to perspective, edit all. Okay, press E for extrude. At least this is good, and let's see what we have. So this is too flat. Okay, so I need this to be smooth, right? So what I can do, I'll go to I go to Control tab of the selected object, and I'll go to the this floating button, sculpt mode. I'll press X. I will search for smooth option, smooth brush, click it, set the strength of that smooth brush around 2.5 something, and here you see 2 points, one at the left side and one at the right side. Use sculpt by smooth to make it soft. You see, so I can see there is a dent something this way, I guess. Okay, so now control tab and jump back to object mode. Here it is. Now what I want to do here, go to wireframe. I will remove this subdivision surface modifier. I'll select this S, Z and 0 to flatten all these bottom vertices of the shape. So I did that, and if I don't want, I can remove it. So I can press X and say face delete. It will be as it is, whatever, however I want. Let's have this little division, control R, at least 2, and escape. So select all, right click, relax, do it little more. So shift R to repeat, and again I'll go here. See, I've changed my bottom edge, which I don't want to show. This part, this at least approx this part will be inside the frame, so I need this to be perfectly. So I will select this part, this edge or a border of this shape, and press S for scale. In that S, I will say, I will command the scale option that you flatten this whole selected edge in 0 value at Z axis. So that's why S, Z and 0, and then enter. So it is done. Now I want to position it again at the base of this origin, so I won't give any complicated commands. What I'll do here, I'm in local in transform. I'll just say 0 to Z and I got it. That's it. If I want to run operate everything by global, then it's here. I want in local, it's here. That's it. Now solid, I can say smooth. This is good, amazing. Okay. So this way we can create our design. So first of all, I need this to be used as, so I'll say uh, leaf. Let's give a name, leaf 01. Okay, and now I have to create a photo frame. So come back. Many ways are many people using, like uh, generally people use uh, swipe command or swipe add-on for to create a nice photo frame or skirting in the interior or corners in the interior, the, the ceiling and wall corner to decorate. So I have a different theory, but same, but manual. What I do, let's hide this. So keep this in mind, that if you are working in your scene and you want to hide or unhide something, or which you don't want to render while right now, or don't want to display, then keep in mind that you should keep your options on, like hide in viewport, disable in viewport, and disable in renders. These things you should keep on in your filter, and then you can hide unhide them this through this all three options to switch off, and you will get every the selected object hidden or inactive. It won't render, it won't disturb it in your viewport, and it won't be seen in your viewport for that. So now I will create a new photo frame. Let's learn in my way. So again, I took plane. I go to edit, select all, scale. Let's create this frame in a manner this way. Why I am doing the scaling in this edit mode? Why I am not doing the same in scale mode in object? I mean, why I am not doing it? So the reason is here. See this. Okay, now whatever the effect or modifiers or any action which helps to edit this object will only work according to the overall scale. Might it will create and stretch and squash effect in the design, but here no action, no effect, anything. I can do anything with this object. Why? Because I have scaled this object in edit mode, not in object mode. This is scaled in object mode, so it will affect inside the edit mode and also on the object mode. But here no issues, it's all clear. We can play in our own created playground. Okay, so that's why. So now what else? I'll create, go to edit, select all to the whole object, inset. Let's have a frame something like this much. This will be the frame. I am not creating in between uh, objects or the area of the frame. I will create only this frame which I am using as my uh, abstract background for. So delete this face. Now what? Now select all, go to this. Let's go with the wireframe, press E. I'll create a frame here. I guess this is good. Little here. Now create an edge. Go to solid, you can see that. Create an edge. What I need something like this. uh, let's say, yeah. Okay, and or else little bigger, then this will be in this way. And the design will be here. What do you think? So this will be leaf, what I've created, and this will be the frame. Sorry for my writings. This, okay. So this way I want to do something. So what happened here, I didn't understood this part first, so might the frame will be a little bigger for this part. So we'll see that. So let's erase this. I'm using annotation tools of erase and of creating the annotation here. Annotation, annotate, eraser, and annotate. This helps us to explain or to figure out or to discuss if we are with our team or if we are working in some project. So what I'm doing, I will create a cut here so I can extrude this edge for our need. So let's have this E. Here we are. Okay, and what else we want here, we want this design to be worked as something. So this part we can do later, but we want this part to be done. So first of all, I'll create this groove. I'll select E. Again, I will have a little height, something like this. Then I'll take edge. I will Alt S to scale it in such manner. Control R, click. Alt S to this manner. Control B to create a curve. You can use this edge also to create a curve this way. Let's see. Yes, we got it. We got this curve. Now Control R for this part. Sorry, where it is. Control R, click, escape, face selection, click E, little up, this way. Now remove those edges which are not needed, like this one and this one. X, dissolve edges. If you think this edge you want to extrude, then do one thing. Select this loop, G, Z, go a little up, then select this edge loop, E, extrude a little this way, go to edge and dissolve this edge. So you get a nice and easy frame, good frame. You don't want this gap is too thin. So what I can do, select and GZ to extrude it up. I mean push it up. No need to extrude now. Now this could be a little more. This is good enough as a frame to pack a glass, a painting or a photo, and the back cover all can be covered here. So now what else? I'll do some designing, that is edge. First of all, this edges, shift alt and select loop, control B. I always use only one segment in between for a bevel. It gives me a good control. If it is a bigger size, I will control it by a little more segments. So this is, if this doesn't seems right, then add a segment here, G and Z, push it a little up, it will be a good curve. Now this is enough, and this is enough, and so here I will do again a groove effect, a little bevel effect, control B, a little smaller than that. Now what else here? Here I can create, generally nowadays in creating this photo frame, people work with some resin to create this kind of shape. So it is joint, there is no joint here in corners and all, so it is like a one piece product. But what if we create a groove here to explain that this is, these all are one single stripe from that, by cutting them piece by piece and making it as a frame. But if we are creating something by wood, then we should show that. But if your material is not wood, then it's okay if you don't show the joints here. So what I will do, I'll select these, I will also select these, all four corners, then I'll say Control B and a very small bevel. Then I will also see this part to be done grooved perfectly, so that I will do a little. Then this groove and this edge, these three edges, I will make it a little very thin sharp, like something this much. So let's see how it looks in subdivision surface. It's good, but I need to solve this corner. How I will solve this corner? By go to edit, Control R, two segments, click, escape, S, and what direction you want to scale. It travels in y direction, so let's say y, and drag it out and hold it little near to the corner, somewhere like this. You can go by wireframe. Here still you can go a little further. Okay, and divide it by three segments also. Control R, two segments, click. So same way you can do, scale y. Okay, Control R, three segments. Now same way, Control R here, click, then again Control R here, click. So now I want this to be done together, so I will do this way, SX direction, and hold it in a way where it can helps us. Now Control R, three segments here, and Control R, three segments here, click. Now let's see, the design is good. Let's check the normals. So edit, select all, go to normal. Okay, let's check the wireframe, how it works. It works good. So how the normals are correct or not, you have to understand by checking the normals. The blue, this hairs, this line perpendicularly travels towards, are perpendicularly placed on the each face. The direction of this line explains that this is a good side or bad side. If this is in the inside or opposite side to us, where we cannot see clearly these edges, these lines, then it's it that means we have to flip it out, like Alt N, flip. If it doesn't show, everything is directing to towards inside, then that's wrong. Alt N and flip. Here we can see, so this is the one correct one. So switch off this normals. Now come out from edit, and here is the frame. Now what we have to do with this leaf, let's give it a name, frame base, or we can say frame 1. And now let's see how we can use this. So this is too big, the size, so G here, scale it up. So what we can do, let's have this in a way, scale it down, G, and rotate. So let's see how it looks. Okay, so again let's have a control tab, sculpt mode. I have still x-axis of this object on. Go to elastic deform, zoom it little, at least a little, to make this style perfect. I guess this should be perfect. Yes, this seems nice. Okay, this is good for me right now. So what I have to do, again I have an issue about these, so let's find out what we can do here. Let's rotate again. This is correct. Let's place it little here, and something. Nice, this is done. Now what I have to do, I have to make these objects travel properly. So I'll take one of the edge from here, one single edge from here, shift D and enter, and press P to separate selection. Done. Go to object mode, select that separated frame edge, make it path 01. Okay, and shift H to isolate and work only on the selected object. Go to vertex. I don't want extra vertex in this to make this correct. And X dissolve vertex. This is done. Now let's switch on. Let's work with this. I want this to travel on these. So let's see how it works. So I'll say curve. Sorry. Select, right click, convert to curve the path. Now click and done. So where it is, here it is. I don't want any. Let's try Z. Okay, so here I will do again a groove effect, a little bevel effect. Control B, a little smaller than that. Now what else here? Here I can create. Generally nowadays in creating this photo frame, people work with some resin to create this kind of shape. So it is joint. There is no joint here in corners and all. So it is like a one piece product. But what if we create a groove here to explain that these all are one single stripe from that, by cutting them piece by piece and making it as a frame. But if we are creating something by wood, then we should show that. But if your material is not wood, then it's okay if you don't show the joints here. So what I will do, I'll select these. I will also select these, all four corners. Then I'll say Control B and a very small bevel. Then I will also see this part to be done grooved perfectly, so that I will do a little. Then this groove and this edge, these three edges, I will make it a little very thin sharp, like something this much. So let's see how it looks in subdivision surface. It's good, but I need to solve this corner. How I will solve this corner? By go to edit, Control R, two segments, click, escape, S, and what direction you want to scale. It travels in Y direction, so let's say Y, and drag it out and hold it little near to the corner, somewhere like this. You can go by wireframe. Here still you can go a little further. Okay, and divide it by three segments also. Control R, two segments, click. So same way you can do, scale Y. Okay, Control R, three segments. Now same way, Control R here, click, then again Control R here, click. So now I want this to be done together, so I will do this way, SX direction, and hold it in a way where it can helps us. Now Control R, three segments here, and Control R, three segments here, click. Now let's see, the design is good. Let's check the normals. So edit, select all, go to normal. Okay, let's check the wireframe, how it works. It works good. So how the normals are correct or not, you have to understand by checking the normals. The blue, this hairs, this line perpendicularly travels towards are perpendicularly placed on the each face. The direction of this line explains that this is a good side or bad side. If this is in the inside or opposite side to us, where we cannot see clearly these edges, these lines, then it's it that means we have to flip it out, like Alt N, flip. If it doesn't show, everything is directing to towards inside, then that's wrong. Alt N and flip. Here we can see, so this is the one correct one. So switch off this normals. Now come out from edit, and here is the frame. Now what we have to do with this leaf, let's give it a name, frame base, or we can say frame 1. And now let's see how we can use this. So this is too big, the size, so G here, scale it up. So what we can do, let's have this in a way, scale it down, G, and rotate. So let's see how it looks. Okay, so again let's have a control tab, sculpt mode. I have still x-axis of this object on. Go to elastic deform, zoom it little, at least a little, to make this style perfect. I guess this should be perfect. Yes, this seems nice. Okay, this is good for me right now. So what I have to do, again I have an issue about these, so let's find out what we can do here. Let's rotate again. This is correct. Let's place it little here, and something. Nice, this is done. Now what I have to do, I have to make these objects travel properly. So I'll take one of the edge from here, one single edge from here, shift D and enter, and press P to separate selection. Done. Go to object mode, select that separated frame edge, make it path 01. Okay, and shift H to isolate and work only on the selected object. Go to vertex. I don't want extra vertex in this to make this correct. And X dissolve vertex. This is done. Now let's switch on. Let's work with this. I want this to travel on these, so let's see how it works. So I'll say curve, sorry, select, right click, convert to curve the path. Now click and done. So where it is, here it is. I don't want any. Let's try Z. Okay, so how we can create this, by minus y, it is here. So go to edit, select all, I jump in here, switch off, rotate. Wait a minute, let's have something. Control A, sorry, go to edit, go to object mode, switch off this, control A, rotation you reset, and also the scale you reset. And now you can try this. So switch on, this is good. Now let's try Z. Okay, but it's too off. Go to minus Z, it's bad. It's here, it's good. Let's have it. R Y 90, RY 90, it's not working, so remove the path. RY 90, yet not working. Let's have this removed. Now select all, and let's see one thing here, it's okay all. Yes, RY 90. Oops, right click and try to get it done properly. Control A, this is all done. Okay, RY 90, Let's try now. Yes, let's have the array object. Okay, so it's 0 y, or so let's try. So now 0 y, see, you're getting it. But what happens if we are not good at it? So let's do one thing. Let's undo, and better we go manually. Okay, let's try that. That will be better. Select, I have here, click to array, press 10. Now let's have a frame here so we can understand. So you see here the joint G, Y, X, and arrange it properly, and shift D, Y, R, Z 180, and same position for X, same position for Y, button minus, X in plus and X in minus, Y in minus. This way. Now same, shift D, let's rotate it 90, let's put it here. So I got an idea why should we do this way. Let's have a mirror, but mirror should work on center 3D cursor here. So select these, go to mirror, Y, object should be this, and we got it. Same way I will shift D to duplicate, rotate Z to 90 and make it X and place it this way. So here at this level, yes, and the correct position here. Now what, I just need this to increase, correct. Now let's position this to exact, perfect, and let's see, here we got this perfectly. Yeah, so this is the way I can create my photo frame, but I want this to be merged, this to be joined, so I will select this, remove your subdivision surface if you have, and apply these also. Let's apply these first, then apply these, same as for all. Okay, select all this and Control J to merge, then set origin to geometry, and then again let's check it out. Okay, this is quite correct, and this one we have good. So let's select these and Control J, so it will get merged. If it doesn't, then you figure out what is happening, but it does. Okay, so first of all we need to see the normal of this, same, all good. Now so here is the photo frame which I was imagining. Now what, this is the one single object, let's use this. Okay, I have to remove this path. Now this will be frame 1 empty. Okay, and the size will be 5, and select frame and then select empty, right click, parent, object. Okay, so here you have everything now. Okay, the frame and the design, let's say frames collection, Control S, we want this to be saved for future. Now let's create a background. specifically a wall kind of. So uh, press shift A, plane, rotate X 90, go to edit, select all, scale it. I guess this is good, little more. Yeah. Now this will be PG main, and press M to shift it to the main background, or yeah, main BG collection. Here it is. Now I need this frame to be used multiple times, but I need it in a 90-degree angle. Let's check. So what I will do, I will push it a little out so I can see, and I can create a shadow. Okay, now let's scale this. I don't need a bigger. Yes, control A, scale, but control A and scale. Yes. Now right click, select hierarchy, or else best option, shift D, X, this might take the file to huge size. This is enough. Let's see what we can do. So from here till here, let's arrange it somewhere. We don't want this. Delete. Even this, delete. Okay, so now what, I'll select and arrange it this way, shift D, Z. I guess this is enough, and repeat it few times. We have to wait because it takes a little process to create, and although we have done a huge amount of, I guess according to this it seems that the subdivision surface of each object is little huge, so we can go back, we can do that same, but how? Let's have it. uh, let's wait for it. So we are starting again this part. So I'll take wireframe, I'll select these. What I will do, I'll take here and here, and then I'll select this frame. I'll use array, but I will reduce this part because I think it's not needed. So I'll use array before here, and then I can try this. So I need a distance. I can switch off this right now. This is good enough, or yeah, and then again array, but something like this, again 9 or 8, this is fine, 7 kind of. Okay, so what I will do, I will arrange these in a manner where I can handle them easily. So here is the reference. Somewhat here, and according to these I will create it. Yeah, okay, so this is good, but I need it perfectly, so I will position it. And inside these, now I will arrange it, so this is better. apply this array and this array. Now I will create a lights and texture later, then I will use subdivision because I don't want a mess while rendering. So press Ctrl S, create a camera. First scale it up. Now how we can see camera angle this way, solid, here it is. So let's change it. This is good. And what I will be doing, as I applied these frames, so what I will do, I will do a loose part for this, but might the design get separate. So whatever frame or from these I want to change or separate, I will select it manually and then separate. That will be on rendering a random way. For else, like this one, P, select, selection separate, done. Same way this one, this one, I guess. This one, okay, I guess this is good. Yeah, so P, separate, scale it individually. So what I can do, go to edit, come out, select all, scale it individually. So see, it gets this very different, so we have to separate it. How we can separate? P, enter. This way we have to separate it, of course. Done. And these, I made one small mistake. Yes, I made this mistake. Okay. See, P, separate, enter. Now done. Okay, selecting these, right click, origin to center of object, this way. Let's remove the relation line here. Okay, now select, scale. Okay, the frame which we don't know, let's have it little hidden, keep it hidden, so we can understand what object we want to select and how to scale it randomly. No need to make it all equal scale, sorry. Okay, let's have this individual rotation. And this one width, scale it up. best. Now we'll color it. So we'll have lights first. Let's save this. Let's create lights. Shift A. Wait a minute, we need lights first. We have to arrange this to a collection, that is camera. Then we will create collection, we will create light. Let's create area light and then place it to new collection called lights. Done. Now let's see what we can do here. So first of all, remove the unwanted textures which we don't want it. We will create our own textures newly. So I need this to be PG wall, and this will be as a frame, little brass golden frame kind of. We'll try to create little black frame element on in the texture front. Take it from here, rotate it 90. Let's have rectangle and take it this way. Okay, on z axis and intensity. So here, save. Let's see the intensity. I will give 5000. It's not enough. Let's push it to 50. Okay, but I need this to be 400 by 400. Let's see what it gives. Shift D, X, mirror. But this one is 10,000. No, this is 75,000. So this should be more than 75. That will be 10. Okay, and a new light as disk. Push it up. Should be 50. Intensity should be 50,000. Rotate. We can go with 25,000. Let's see. Nice and easy. Shift D, go down. Rotate it. But make it rectangle. Make it 5. Intensity should be again 10,000. This will be 400. Yes, this is the correct one. Let's have it this way. Save it. Now the textures for this. So first of all, for BG wall, what I will be doing, let's change the intensity. Let's push it to 15. I want around good bright light. 20. This is 75, so make it 10. Okay, and this is obviously enough. So now I will use texture for this wall. That is what we will do. Concrete wall. Let's create a concrete wall. So I'll say noise texture. Okay, I will use noise texture node. If your node wrangler is on in your add-on preferences, then Control T by selecting noise texture node or any node where you want. It will help you to create texture coordinate and mapping automatically connected to each other in generated point this coordinate. So I will change it to object coordinate. Go to noise, connect it here. You can see something, but I need it correctly. So Shift A to create a new node, search and click type color ramp. Then try to get this properly. Let's zoom it. This is not enough, so what I will be doing, I will create a little this and this texture with the help of 500 noise texture details. Let's go with 250. Good. Now what, I'll change a little. Yes, let's have something else here. Let's have Musgrave texture. Let's connect. Control Shift D to duplicate. Connect it here. Let's create a color ramp. Shift D, connect it. Let's check this one. Okay, so here it is all good, but I need a little balance. Musgrave. So what I'll do, I will use scale. I will use details. I will use this details. Okay, dimension I will reduce it, so I will get a detailed roughness something. Let's have 0.1 to create those textures, and dimension 0.05 to create those textures. 0.05 to scale, it's enough, no need of it. But I want something little lighter. This is good, so this will be a little darker. Now I want these to be mixed. Then control shift right click, drag to one node to other node, and you will get a mixed shade, a mixed RGB node connected to both, and you can multiply and clamp it out. This is good, so let's have it 0.5. Here you can see. Now you want to check the noise, so you can get those noise correctly. I can create more black, I can create this more white to create a good noise texture. You can see here. So if I increase this or if I reduce the color, so it is fine. Let's put this to little bright. Let's put this color also too bright to create a little less noise effect. And yeah, good. Okay, we also can create a rough texture. So normal, connect this color ramp to normal of principal BSDF. Shift A, create a color ramp node, create a bump map node, connect it, get it to here, click to 0.1, click to 0.5. Let's see, you want to check, go zoom, you'll come to know. So 0.5 is going good, but I need to increase this, so 250. Yes, so I can increase it by 1 and 1, so 150. This goes good, fine. Okay, so I will make it 0.5, and I will make this also 0.5. This is enough. You can go by 0.25 also, it's fine, no need to worry. I'll make this little less specular. I want no more shine in this, so this is the one thing I've done. Okay, now from these I will select Control J again. Now, whatever the changes I've done, I have made it and I have joined it all. So now I will create a texture for it. So let's create brass frame something, not exactly brass, but I need something. So I'll use and ambient. Let's try with the ambient. What we get, that we will have ambient occlusion. Let's see here. Let's connect and see, or let's connect AO and see. We have a good distance and all. So if I see inside, it gives us good, and I can increase or reduce the distance. And by color, I need to do some noise in it. Let's try to connect it. Let's see what it gives. Not here, not even here. Okay, let's see with this, or okay, so what if I do, okay, let's go with this 32, and this is not going good. Okay, so I will remove it. I'll take this. Now I want something in here for noise, for normal. So what I will be doing, control of, that is shift A to create color ramp. Let's place it properly. Let's have a color ramp here. Let's have a factor here, and we can see what we can give. A noise, a nice noise. If I say what if I'll use these in distance with this, I can go with this, right? But I want a noise here, some noise here, surround it. So if I remove it, it's nothing. Something like these. So what I'm doing, I'm creating a ramp which helps me a little dark, but here it doesn't work, so I have to control it this way so I can create a good ambient occlusion. This way I will increase, I will get all the noise whatever I was seeking, like 50 not good, 500 better. Now what? Okay, so let's try with this. I'm doing good, I'm not sure. So I need a noise effect on the texture here. So this is good, I guess. Let's increase color of this, or else we can also check the alpha for it and then we can try. But after that I will reduce the details so I can get a little soft and effect, some sort of these. But what if I say I don't want to show here? I'll increase it. I'm sorry if you hear some fan noise, then please bear me. I'll use here something that is not this, shift and control and drag it. Here I will use mask, and here to place I will try to see what I can get. You see, I will increase the white, and now whatever I can create, it will be inside the, yeah, here. Let's click to ambient occlusion. This is good enough. Let's find it. So this is the way I can increase it by 750, little very tiny noise. I want 4000 kind of noisy effect. This will get us such, so better to 500 or something around 250. This is good enough. Let's increase the detail this way. This is fine, and this is good. Okay, and now I need a color this, so this also can be a good mask. So what I will do, I will remove this. I'll create this from mix shader. I'll click it here. I will use this too as mask, so connect it, multiply it, you can see. So I will connect it and I'll use it here. Okay, so how it looks this way, it looks this way. Clamp and completely check it so I can see where I can use it. But if you are using it here and doing it here, so you'll understand what is exactly we are seeking. Okay, so I need something here as a mask or as a factor. So instead of these, I can also go by these. Okay, so local, this is good. Now what? Let's remove this. Let's create brass first. So this should be a matte or something. This should be a black matte rust kind of texture, and this part should be such brass effect. So let's have here it, yes, and this at here. Let's put it here. So this will be my black matte. Okay, control T, object coordinate, and let's see. So I need a little greenish, little greenish, not exactly. Let's have a nice, good noise. I don't want any specular on it. So let's have a curve, RGB curve. Let's put it a little bright. Yeah, that's my son shouting all around. So let's have a little grayish, little bright, something this way. Yes, we got it. Now we'll create a brass. So for that I need a color ramp. Okay, let's put this little away and connect it. Let's have a little less roughness, no specular. I'll put a metallic effect. Let's have a brass effect. So brass should be somewhere here, and okay, but I need a little good. Okay, and roughness and little anisotropy. Rotation, I guess. Little bright. Let's have a little. This, I think it's good. Now what? I have to mix it. So what is happening? This is not correctly working. Why? I guess because of this. Okay. So I need this to be inward. So such a way I can control. Let's try to color ramp in first. Let's check this. Now let's see. Okay, now yes, it goes good. Let's have ease. I need a good brass color. I don't have, so I'm just trying. This is okay. A little nice rotation. Let's have this done. One, and we got it. So let's have good nice lights again. So shift D, clicking here. So I'll say 50 and shift D, 50, rotate and rotate this way. Okay, and let's increase this to 35 or 50. This is good, and let's have this little more lighter. Is enough. Save it and let's render it with my add-on. And switch it off. Place new render. Let's see. Although it's not so real, I mean texturing and all, but for an artwork I keep imagining. So this is the good one which I am thinking. Daily some object, not necessary that I should place it in such a way. I can do anything with the object. I can make all the frames thrown up and took a shot, that kind of stuff. But this is good. So let it render and we will about to finish. So if you like this tutorial or you want to learn more, you can also DM me on Instagram and YouTube, and also you can learn my previous 4 best abstract wallpaper background, I mean 3D abstract backgrounds on YouTube. Those are online, and also check out my Instagram handle to know more. You can connect me, you can ask me if you need something to know about 3D, specifically Blender or 3D work or artwork. I am there, and do like and share and subscribe and share others, those who want to learn more. So let's wait and watch how it gets rendered. I do little more something. So what I am thinking now, select this, press. We found that we don't need any subdivision surface, so let's close, delete it. Select this, edit, and I'll select only this frame, and I'll press shift D and add enter, and then P for selection separate. Done. Go to object mode, select that. G. See, this is what I'm seeing. Right click, mirror, then again let's rotate this. First of all, let's set it to origin center. Okay, now let's rotate little. Shift D, Y, G, Y. Yes, let's rotate it this way and right click, mirror. Good. No, sorry, no rotate. Let's have it 0, and then G, Y. Okay, and let's check it how it goes. It goes good. Fine. Let's push this little. Yeah, and one more. Shift D, Y, push it, right click, mirror. Okay, and one in Shift D at some center here, I guess. Scale it like 1, and and press twice R. This is good. Okay, so let's see where it is. This is nice. Let's have a empty at here, gy, and let's position it somewhere here. So how will I position this exact? One is the 3D cursor position, but one I'll say select empty, select the frame, Control C, you will get copy attributes. This add-on you can switch it on from your uh, Blender add-on preferences, where you can find copy attributes and you can click on, and then you can use this option. So now I want the position. Okay, Control C, location. Here it is. Now I'll increase this size by 5, I guess. Okay, now this will be my camera target. So what I will do, I will parent this. Sorry, let's have Control S and then Control A for scale. Then this is all good. Select here, Control. What we were saying? Yeah, right click, parent, object. What is happening exactly? See, this is the frame. It is here. So I need this to be differently parent. So first of all, I need these to unparent. Okay, so now this is done, and camera, I need these two lights to be placed inside. This empty should be inside the camera, but I don't want it in camera, so I'll put it here again for DOF target. Select these, select this, right click, parent. Here it is. Now with the camera, I'll take depth of field, click here, I'll click to DOF target. Let's see here, Control S. Okay, first thing, I don't have lights, so I need lights. What we will do, I'll create these two lights, Shift D again, and then let's have it little, it's taking too heavy, so I mean these two light, Shift D. Okay, Control S. Let's have the depth of field 0.05, 0.1, I guess. Yes, yeah, so keep it this way. Nice. So if I remove this, I remove this, lights are good. Oh, sorry, we have to see here. Okay, I will set the light. Let's have this hidden edge so we can understand the lights. So this is it. Let's put it here and have this here, but little far, and then shift A, alt H, sorry. This is good. Let's change a little color tone in brass frame. Great. I don't want any green shade, so I will make it. Yes, this is good. So here we are. Save, H, Ctrl S, and set it. And our render, N, Ctrl S again, render it. So it's rendering. So now one thing, we can set our frames, our focal length in different way. So what we can do, either we change our target and reposition it, the new target what we create, or else we have a good thing. So this way we can create all our stylish background. Let this finish and then we'll try a dark background. Let's see what we get. So here we are rendering on 4K size. I guess you can see 4K size, so it's okay. We are rendering in 4K. This should take 2 to 3 minutes according to the detailed objects or the size of the file or the complexity of this scene. So why we did that? Because we have a big scene kind of thing. So let's see, and it gives a nice creative shine. So I like this. It's really good. So here we are. We got our stuff what we are looking for. So let it get render and I'll share you the output. But let's wait for the output. Let's see how much time it takes. See, in Blender sometimes it takes very less time, less rendering time. Sometimes it takes little more. That doesn't mean that your PC is not good. That's why it takes time. It's only the complexity of your scene first. That means your textures, how your model is, how heavy your model is. Heavy means how many polygons you have in your this vertex or edges or subdivision in your model and models in the scene. And then it comes towards the component of your PC, that how captive your components of your PC is or your laptop is. So what I use, that is Dell G15 3050 RTX 4GB graphic card, i5 12th generation, I guess, Intel Core i5, and a little bit of storage like 1.5 TB. But I always say that apart from Blender, many other softwares need many supporting rendering engine and all. Here you also can add your other render engines in the Blender, but I don't think we need it, or any one specific should have extra render engine in this. If you are able to achieve in EV render engine of Blender, which is quite lightweighted, which doesn't need graphic card support, specifically a good graphic card support, and the cycles which is equivalent to Corona, V-Ray, or any other render engine. Why I am using this names? Because I've used it and I loved it a lot. I have also used it a lot in my projects, but I have also lost my component because I cannot reach to the up to the mark of output. But although those are not bad, not at all, those tremendous output, but I can't bear those output to render in my laptop or my PC because I am not good in spending. I don't want to spend much because I cannot afford it as a common designer. So I prefer first in Blender. If there is a possibility that okay, this should be done in other software with V-Ray or Corona or any other render engine, then I will love to, and I won't hesitate to use it. But that depends on the projects or the need of myself to use those stuff in the project. I like to understand how the project needs a workflow, so I built my own workflow to create. Generally, it's a standard every time I use, but I think little more than I work on. So let's see. This took 5.5 minutes 12 seconds. Okay, not bad. A 4K with a multiple objects with a little high dense, I can say, subdivision. Not high, but a high dense subdivision model 1, which is multiplied in whole over the scene. That's not easy. Wallpaper design or background design, which I do, it's not easy. See, so many objects I made. To make it little easy, still I've done a depth of field, so the background scene should be good. But the problem is it's very complex. So what I think why it takes time. It also read all all objects of your scene. What camera, lights, textures, this model size, models multiplied. How many models you have? How the uh, subdivisions are. It calculates every pixel or every vertex of it. And then it does the render, and all this process in other 3D softwares I have faced that takes literally much more time, and here it done in only 5 and 33 seconds, I can say. So let's render this, or not render, we save it. Say 4K bright, and let's try one more with dark. So to make it dark, what I will do, I'll say hue saturation, and I'll make it a little dark, I guess. Let's saturate it. Fine. Save it, and let's see this output. So first of all, click this, and we have 4K, so just press this. So although I've shown you in the preview, so I will post this to both images in my Instagram and other platforms. So that's it for now. See you next time. And next tutorial of abstract or any artwork I will be sharing on Monday. So I think I should work on my own projects also, so I need other stuff to do. So I'll keep creating tutorials, I'll keep helping you guys, and you also do help me if you can, to by subscribe and follow and share your thoughts with each of my artwork. I can help you, I'll try to help you regarding your artworks or regarding your techniques, what you want to learn, you are seeking of. So do connect me. Thank you. Bye for now.